Lost in Culture Podcast.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Lost in Culture Podcast, hosted by me, Alex White. Thank you guys for rocking
Lost in Culture Podcast.
everything you guys have given me thus far. I am not by myself. I am with 12 Gage. He is finally in the building. First of all, how are you, sir?
I'm good, goddamn.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, I don't give a damn what nobody say. And I got some motherfucking backup with me.
Yeah.
These hoes go hard. I told you. Six of them hoes gonna get me right.
6 of them. Yeah, that's what I said. You drink 3 of them bitches back to back, you good.
No cap.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good to finally have you here. Let's do the timeline thing. I mean, everyone knows you repping GP. You coming out of GP. Let's talk about that for a second because it's a lot of you guys that's like putting on for the city right now as far as Dallas wide. Is there anyone as far as like female rappers that come out of the DFW? You got Erica Banks, Cash Page, Tay Money. Are you looking to collaborate with any females anytime soon or?
Cash, my nigga. I didn't fuck with Cash, but shit, I know everybody out here. I don't know Erica Banks. I know Tay Money. I know Cash. Yeah, I'm gonna work with Cash a lot.
Yeah. That'll be a good one. I think the streets need that. As far as like creating the surprise album, take us through the process of that. What was the biggest difference from Surprise versus Talented Felon?
Shit, Talented Felon. Really, I ain't never dropped a tape, no kind of project ever. So I was just sitting there. I was bored in the bitch. I was on a monitor at the time. So I was at the crib, and I write like a song a day or a song every other day type shit. I'll make a hook right here. Like, I took my time with that shit.
Right.
And then Surprise came, and then motherfucking, really, we was just drunk, turned up every night. And I was just in the studio freestyling.
Yeah.
I go to the studio tonight, make like 2-3 songs, then I come back a couple of days later and motherfucking, my nigga play one of the songs, and I'll be like, damn, I don't even remember recording that shit. I was literally fucked up the whole tape.
But hey, a lot of artists like that's when the best shit come out of them. When they like, fuck it, I'm gonna just spit this shit.
Yeah, I feel like it helped me with my vocals doing that type of shit, like creating like the way I yell and shit like that, like voice control. I could like Surprise hit me with that. Motherfucking Talented Felon, I feel like was more of a substance tape. So this next tape I'm gonna do, it's gonna be mixed with both of them.
You just dropped another single. Is that gonna be on the new?
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that on my tape.
Okay. So Surprise. That's the one Over went crazy. So talk about that. How was that experience with Over? Because was that like the first time you was like, okay, this the one right here. Yeah, we rolling.
First, my first song that got me established was Sometimes. And that was more like some love shit.
Right.
I wrote that shit while I was locked up, and then I finally found a beat to it, recorded to it, and then that shit was on the radio for like a year. And then basically shit, I was trying to come up with another song that would be more turnt, you know what I mean, instead of a love song. Right. So I made Lies, and Lies went crazy on Say Cheese, and then everybody was like, that's the one. And then I was like, watch this next one, because they didn't even know. They didn't even hear Over.
Yeah. So you already know that Over was going to be the one. Yeah.
I know, like, most people, they'll be like when you drop something, because a lot of artists, the songs that blow up, they don't like them. I know what song is going to blow. Like, I like other people's opinions, but I don't need it, you know what I mean? I know what people gravitate to.
Right.
But motherfucking, I said, wait till the next song. So I dropped Over, that bitch was on Say Cheese. And then that shit went crazy on there. And I didn't even drop the video yet. So then when I dropped the video, it boosted even more. That was Fredo Bang reaching out, Rush, NLE Chopper, DJ Duffy. Like, it was a whole bunch of people fucking with it.
Right.
I had did a Chief Keef show. Nigga, we turned.
You said your shit was kind of more lit.
Oh God, my shit was way more turned to Chief Keef shit. Cause Chief Keef, everybody know Finito and shit like that.
Right, yeah.
They ain't gonna, like, he wasn't turned on stage. Like, he was up there. You could tell he tired.
He let the audience do the work.
Yeah, but they weren't doing that. They were just having their phones out and shit. So when I got on that bitch, I'm this new nigga. A lot of people already there knew me and shit.
Right.
They already knew Over. Over was at his peak right there. So motherfucking I'm on stage, nigga, and I didn't even expect the shit, nigga. That was my first show where I had like crowd control. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
That's important. That's
yeah.
important when you're doing shows because a lot of niggas would just go up there and everything would be everywhere. Like, and it's a mess. So, like, yeah, that crowd control shit is important.
So, shit, motherfucking, and niggas was singing the words and shit. I was like, what the fuck? And it was like little Asian girls jumping on stage. And I was like, what the fuck?
Nigga, a rock star at this point.
I was trying,
Shit.
I felt like it. But,
For real.
Motherfucking, so shit, that's when I knew that shit was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole time I was doing that, I was working on Surprise, like while we was just pushing that song.
Mm-hmm.
And then really, I made Surprise in like a month.
Damn.
I was in the studio for
every day. Oh, okay. So it was nothing like it was no old shit. Everything was just like
Over and Lies was the only old song.
Lies be banging too.
Yeah,
Lies be banging too.
But when I go back, even like all of the songs I be listening to when I go back, I really don't want to hear them. You know what I mean? Like I want to hear My Way. I want to hear Over. I don't like Lies.
Why is that? Do you feel like you could have been better? Yeah.
Like if I recorded Lies right now, it would have been better because delivery wise and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. How often do you do that with your music? Where you go back and just like
I don't listen to none of my old music.
Damn.
I'll record a song tonight. I'll listen to that. If I like it and I feel like it could blow, I'll listen to this song all month.
Right.
The same song.
That motherfucker on repeat. So when it comes to shows, are you really just what the crowd gonna turn up to, and you just go off of that?
I know what type of shows it is, cause say like I'm in a hood show, you know what I'm talking about? I'm opening up for like Fredo Bang or Tech or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I know what type of crowd they finna bring.
Mm-hmm.
Chief Keef gonna bring that white crowd, so I know what
type
of
Yeah.
So, they'll be like, I know what it's going off the crowd, because I can switch songs as soon as I get there, because I'll see how the crowd is.
Right. How was your very first show? Like, how did you enter that hoe? Like, what'd you learn from there?
Okay. My first show was, what's that club next to Tigers?
The strip club?
Malibu. Is that what it's called? It's a club that's next door to I think it's called Malibu. It's a little club. Motherfucking. This was 2017, and I had just dropped my first song called "I Do It." Not my first song, but my first good, mediocre song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was good at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped that bitch, and everybody in there was trash as fuck. It wasn't no big artist there. You know? And I got on stage.
You was like, I'm gonna walk in here and turn this these trash ass.
But then motherfucking, I got good reaction. Every show I go to, niggas, it's good reactions.
Right.
Even if I'm on stage just standing there. I don't have times where I wouldn't be feeling the show. You know what I mean? So the more people there, the more I'm gonna turn up. Right. I mean, you go off the crowd reaction. Like you gotta. It's the energy of people being around. Like if I'm in a club right now and I'm not doing nothing, and it's not packed in this bitch. Right. It ain't gonna be shit to do anyway. Yeah. So if this bitch got 20,000, I feel like if it's the more people, I'm like, if I'm in a show with say 100 people, I'm gonna turn up way more at a show with 20,000 people. Exactly. Yeah. I feel just the energy. I know they gonna fuck. I ain't gonna waste my breath for no 20. Shit, be jumping around all these motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what it is. I'll be jumping around and then. Like, niggas will be looking at me like, this nigga, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody in this bitch. This nigga the only one live. I mean, it's good to do that, too, but I feel like it's just me. It's really not pointless, because they gonna hear the music, because ain't nobody in this bitch. You ain't got nothing to do with this shit. But motherfucking, if there's people in the hell, I don't even want you to hear the music. You gonna turn up. Yeah, you gonna turn up anyway. So, you dropped the picture on IG with BZ. What's going on? What's for to happen? what was that about? I don't want to speak too much on it, but goddamn, we got some shit on the way. Okay. That excited me just because I always say I just wish like somebody would just bring everybody up, and I think BZ would be the one. BZ is the one. Yeah, I'm PMG. Shit. Yeah. Me and BZ got the same manager. How we've been working on the shit, but goddamn. How is that vibe working with him? Just like a regular nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Real ass nigga, yeah. I do give BZ that. I fuck with BZ too. That nigga. Yeah. Everybody around me got down solid. You know that we were talking about that off mic earlier. It's important to just have
just solid, smart people around you. Like you can't have no dummies.
Everybody on the same page.
Right. Because you've been to prison for a minute, and how did that really mold you? Like how are you? Do you really put little niggas on game and like how do you?
All the time, I swear to God, if I see one of my niggas, like I got a lot of people that do drugs still around me, so I'll be trying to like guide them a certain way. Like,
right.
When I was the thing about prison, I feel like if the world worked like that, it would be so much easier. Like motherfucking it's you move off respect, you move off like you stand on something, motherfucking. You're not just out here. Oh, I can't even explain.
But just being dumb. Yeah, just doing dumb shit.
A lot of people lost out here, and I feel like prison helped me find myself because I had time to sit down and think, figure out what I was gonna do. Because before I even went to prison, I wasn't doing shit. Like my life is licks. I'm hitting licks.
Right.
I'm popping bars, whatever I gotta do to just. I'm living day by day.
Right.
And so while I'm in there, I'm using it productive. Like the first 6 months, I was still in that whole barred out. I'm getting bars in that bitch, all type of shit.
Damn, nigga was kingpin in that
motherfucking. I'm still like fucked up in the head, and then when I get to prison, because I was in county for like 6 months, and then I finally get to prison, it's a whole different thing. The way people move and everything. So
right.
It was just teaching me, and then I was reading books in that bitch like 48 Laws of Power and shit like that. So you got to use it wisely, use your time wisely, and I feel like I try to help my niggas do that out here, but before they end up going to prison or you know what I mean, or something happens, like I try to guide them to where they can avoid all that type of shit like I've been doing. Got to.
It's like it's being an OG. It's being an OG too. Like you can't even let these niggas stray off because it's so, especially in this world, it's so dangerous now. Niggas is so stupid and just trigger happy. Like little niggas getting killed left and right, like over dumb shit. Drugs.
Majority of that is drugs.
Bars. Them Xannies. Leave them Xannies alone. That shit is nasty. How what's the most difficult thing that has transpired when getting into the music industry? Like what's the hardest part about it?
Shit, I was the most hated in my city. Oh God, so motherfucking. Before I got locked up, it wasn't nobody to like me. I get out, they still looking at me the same way. You know what I'm saying? So then, basically, it was me leaving. I wouldn't say staying off the scene, but I didn't fuck with nobody. I didn't do nothing.
Right.
And then I just started dropping shit, and I was dropping quality shit, and it was like, damn. So now I go out.
You don't got no choice but to fuck with you.
So I go out in public, and I know for a fact that it'll be a nigga that was talking shit about me, or a nigga that didn't like me at all, or a bitch that didn't like me at all. Now she trying to fuck. Now he trying to chill. Shit like that. He trying to pay me for a feature and shit like
Busting U-turns.
Yeah, exactly.
Busting U-turns. Look at him.
Just figure out a way to turn up on that ass.
Exactly. What do you have planned as far as shows outside of Texas? Like, do you plan on traveling more and getting more out of state?
I'm going to Vegas Friday.
Damn, that was quick.
Quick.
Yeah.
That with Kelly.
Had a little tour. Do you see yourself doing tours and shit?
Yeah. See, that's what Corona fucked up everything.
Fucked up niggas, bro. Corona, that's the first thing niggas said, man. Corona fucked up everything. Yeah.
I was gonna be everywhere. That shit stopped everything. We're gonna turn back up. It's ending now.
Yeah. Shit opening up. How now? You and Ice been rocking for a minute. That's my dog. How has y'all experience been? Like, what's the vibe? How did y'all link up? Like, what's the backstory behind Ice and Gage? Because I feel like y'all are like the two that are loyal to each other. Like y'all so loyal. Like y'all hold each other down. Like y'all can tell like it's genuine work and love between. Like, that's why y'all work. It come out like you can hear it in the music type shit. How is like what's the backstory on y'all?
Okay, so I made a tweet on Twitter. I'm on YouTube Beats at the time. I just got out of prison. I'm motherfucking. I'm really not making. I'm making a couple good songs, but it ain't. You know what I mean? I'm really not established. Right. I'm not doing nothing right now. So I make a tweet on Twitter, and I'm like, goddamn, who got some? Send me some beats or somebody, or who knows some producers out here. I said something like that, and Ice hit me up. He said, I got you, and then he sent me some beats, and then I think I had told him to come over or some shit, link up. And then he ended up coming over and motherfucking. I was like, bro, shit hard as fuck. Go ahead, be my producer.
Go ahead, yeah.
But you know, a lot of people be saying shit like that. Like, so it's just another nigga. Like, people come up to me and be like, fuck with me.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So, motherfucking, I'm saying that to him. He looking at me like that because he a little more established than me already at the time. So, but then you know what I mean? I'm telling him what the fuck we finna do.
Yeah, the plan. Yeah, this the blueprint, nigga. I got a whole vision. Yeah.
So he was fucking with it, and then we ended up linking a couple times. We ended up making a song called The Riches. That was the first one we dropped. And really, I don't even think that was that was the first one we dropped. And motherfucking shit, it was a rap after that. We just started helping each other progress.
Right.
Like, he the reason that I'm linked up with Low Deezy and all them. Carl, my management. Shit.
He worked his ass off. That I give Ice that, man. That nigga would work his ass off, and he showed love. Like he showed a lot of love. He don't hate on nobody. He give everybody their flowers. Like, no matter how much clout and shit, man. That nigga's different. That nigga heart different for real. Yeah. How, like, what's it been like experiencing with like different lanes of music? Like, have you ever tried going the complete like trap route? Like,
I got trap songs. I got songs where I sound like Ray Charles. You finna hear this shit. I swear to God, I'm dead ass serious. I got songs where I sound like I'm from the 60s and shit like that. I got songs where I can sound like Drake. I got songs where I can sound like The Weeknd. I got songs where I can sound like Tory Lanez.
Your voice is crazy.
It's just
you no auto tune. Yeah, no auto tune bullshit. What's your favorite lane to tap into?
I mean, shit. I feel like I done damn near started my own sound, so shit.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I like trap beats,
right?
But I don't like to do trap shit on them. You know what I mean? I
like
to do what you're really supposed to do on the beat.
Yeah.
Different. I switch up the flow every 4 minutes. I mean, every 4 bars, and motherfucking, or it could be 2 bars. Like, I constantly like to keep the momentum going.
Right.
I really don't know. I just go in the studio. You could play an R&B beat. I might get on that bitch. Play a like Latin guitar beat. I'll get on that bitch, or some trap shit. I get on that bitch. It depends on my mood too, though. Because I could be like right now. If I go in there, I'm gonna snap.
Right.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Nigga live.
If I'm in that bitch just like on some mellow shit where I'm not really in the mood to be in the studio, I'm gonna do some slow shit.
Right. Have you been paying attention to the Versuz battles?
Not really.
It's basically just like, going head to head. Yeah. Is there anyone around here that you can see yourself going hit for hit? No. Straight dubs. I
don't feel like there's one artist out in Texas that can really do what I can do. Okay, I'm not gonna say that they're not as talented as me. They're not as versatile as me. They don't know frequencies. They don't know the science behind music. You know what I mean? They don't know how to, like, you out your mind, like saying shit like that, or would have been you out your mind. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's basically delivery and shit like that. Like, nobody delivery can fuck with me out here. Just switching up, being versatile.
Exactly.
I can go make a song. I can go make a song with Trapboy Freddy right now. I can go make a song with Cash Page right now. I can go make a song with Michael Jackson right now. You know what I mean? Like, I can make a song with any single person it is.
Yeah. What's your inspiration? Where did that come from?
Shit, nigga, I grew up listening to rock. I was listening to Guns N' Roses and shit like that. Like, I'm black, so shit. I'm always gonna hear hip hop and shit.
Right.
I was a skateboarder and shit when I was young.
You look like a Lenny Kravitz ass.
I always tapped into so many different genres.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Like my childhood, it was like classical rock and shit. Then I got a little older. It was now I'm on Wayne and shit like that. Like 5th grade, 6th grade. Now I'm on Wayne. And then Drake pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, hell no, this nigga hard.
This nigga snapping.
So that's all I'm that shit.
Yeah.
And motherfucking, then I get on Speaker Knockers right after Drake. And then he dies, and then I get on motherfucking
Damn, them are some classics.
Speaker Knockers was my favorite artist. That was my biggest influence. It's just
different shit.
Tory Lane. Okay, so I give you the blueprint. This is how you find your type of sound. It's not gonna work for everybody. This worked for me.
Y'all better listen.
So
shit.
It's like I was listening. I know, like, cause I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Classical rock is the most hard music to make. You know what I mean? Like, them niggas have to, even fucking heavy metal and shit. Like, I don't listen to heavy metal. I don't even listen to rock right now. but I know that it's hard as fuck. Like Slipknot.
Yes, a whole bunch of shit. Yeah,
and then the dude is singing and shit. He's having a scream to the top of his lungs, then bring it right back down to some shit I'd be on. You know what I mean? Like that shit's hard to do. But motherfucking, so I study all that type of shit. Now I know music. I'm not really putting it into my music, but I know how to. It's helping me a little bit. You know what I mean? So then Drake, I wouldn't be singing and rapping without Drake, of course. And Tory Lanez, me being able to yell and have voice control. And Adele and Tory Lanez taught me delivery.
Wow.
Motherfucking speaker knockers. He was really like, he go hard. He gonna say some shit that be like, damn. But he was a real basic rapper. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a real basic rapper. Like I can, if I want to be technical and make you run that bitch back, be lyrical as fuck, I can do that. But I don't really choose to because I feel like I like the way speaker knockers. That was my biggest influence. So I like the way that shit worked. So I keep it as basic as possible, and I try to make it to where everybody can understand it, like where it could be international. I don't want to say some shit where this nigga in London don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And then it went from speaker knockers, so yeah, basically speaker knockers, Tory Lanez, Drake. That's what created my sound, and then knowing a little bit about rock.
Right.
Deliveries and flows and shit.
Damn, that is crazy. Like all those names
Offset
and genres.
Migos.
Offset.
Not Migos, but Offset.
Offset my favorite. That's my favorite Migo. That's my favorite Migo. So like with that inspiration, like okay, so when you were locked up, how the fuck did you just tap into that shit and was like?
Alright, it was a nigga named Sonny in that bitch. He was from Fort Worth. He got 10 years. He finna be getting out right now though. But he was in that bitch all the time just singing. I remember my first night in that hoe. I'm asleep. And I hear a nigga going hard on a bitch and singing. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this nigga?
Nigga, the bob in his head and shit.
You go to jail and shit. You see people rapping and shit all the time, but the shit be trash.
Right.
And then I'm feeling this shit. He woke me up out my sleep. I'm like, damn. So the next day I end up chopping it up with him and shit. And then I just see how he moving. Like I'm making trash music. I'm not even saying I'm a rapper and shit in this bitch. So motherfucking, I'm just watching the way he doing this shit. Like I'll sit at the table with him while he writing songs and shit like that. Just watching him.
Right.
And motherfucking the nigga, he basically like kind of taught me shit that I needed to know, like how to count bars and shit.
Right.
Like that, you know, like,
the music basic. Yeah.
Okay, so then now I got that. I've seen how he do the shit. So now I'm finna do it myself. I end up moving doors with him, and he hearing about me now.
Right. Yeah.
So now goddamn, that's really what it was though. That he the nigga that influenced me to take this shit serious. And I'm like, man, this nigga going hard in the bitch, and I know I can do what he doing.
Right. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Everybody feels like they can do what the next person's doing.
Facts.
You gotta know if you can do that shit or not, cause
you'll fuck it all up.
It'll make you look stupid. I feel like
exactly.
Like motherfucking.
That's why you gotta find your own lane.
Exactly.
You gotta find your own lane.
I don't sound nothing like Sonny.
Yeah.
I don't sound nothing like him. But
do you think it's a lot of that going around where people just try to bite off a sound?
Not even that too, but motherfucking like everything. Like okay, so my big face, I posted a little snippet of it with vampires and shit.
Yeah.
I've seen fucking 10 different videos in that same spot this week. Like, shit like that. And I know it's because they think they can do it better than me. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. I feel like that just makes you look stupid.
So you said that you was the most hated nigga in your city back in the day. Do you still feel like it's still some hate out there a little bit? Or do you feel like niggas have caught on now?
Niggas hate, but they're not going to show it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Fake love.
They're trying to ride away because now you.
Like,
fake love, yeah.
It'll be people I've cut off recently, and they still
right.
Like you know, like a couple months ago, like I cut off a lot of people, and motherfucking they begging to hang out with me and shit. Like you know what I mean? Like legit begging.
That's
on some shit.
Not a good look. That's not a good look. That is not a good look.
I know, nigga, you just trying to come around and shit like that, but motherfucking, I don't let it get to me, but. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of hate still, but they don't show it.
Right.
There'll be people I know hated me, and they want to be friends.
Do you think, like, because a lot of people say you should leave your hometown once you get big. Do you think, like...
I don't got to.
Yeah.
Because I stay out the way.
Mm-hmm.
You might see me at a club or some shit like that, but I'm not out here with everybody
Right.
I'm not still in the streets and shit like that. I mean, I am a little bit, but I'm not still out there just hitting licks and shit like that. I don't sell drugs no more, shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
Shit. I feel like that's where niggas still be wanting to be in the streets. That's where the problem is when you in your city still. Me, I'm riding around the whole city, windows down. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can see me in this bitch and motherfucking.
Are you?
I'm at red lights. People coming up.
Right.
I'm seeing it everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
Are you trying to like mold the people around you to really like it's legal money out there type shit? Like it's a good way to do this shit type shit?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a lot of just the generation under us is just they don't think about shit. They don't think before they do, and that's why it's a lot of fucked up shit happen.
What's the other one? That's the other one.
So how what do you see yourself pretty much being a leader as far as it coming from Grand Prairie?
Hell yeah, everybody. I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody look up to me. The majority of them look up to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm the only nigga in Grand Prairie that's really. We got Nate guy now. We got Cash.
Right.
But before both of them, I was the only one putting on for that. You know what I mean? Like the only one that wanted to rip it. Everybody from Grand Prairie want to rip Dallas.
Dallas,
and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So shit, I'm the one that's gonna turn that bitch up.
Right.
I'm the one that got that bitch established.
Right. There you go. There you go. So you hit the radio. How was it? Where was it? Where was you at when you first heard yourself on the radio? How was that feeling?
Long live my nigga Jug got down. Me and my nigga Jug was on the couch, we was smoking at one of his homeboy house, and I started getting tagged. I got tagged like 10 times in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What the fuck going on? I look at the hell. I see people clicking on that radio. I'm thinking they just listening to this shit.
Right.
And I see K104 and that bitch. I said, what the fuck? And then I seen another video. My mama called me. She's like, nigga, you on the radio right now? I was like, yeah, nigga.
Nigga, that shit is live. That shit is live. Dude, how do you feel about streams now? Because I know, the music industry is completely different from when we were growing up listening to the people we were listening to. We were buying albums. We were doing shit like that. How do you feel about, like, streams? Do you feel like it's worth the money? Like, how do you feel about, like, the politics behind streaming and all that shit?
Like, talking about if I just, like, what do you mean?
Like as far as, like, the numbers behind it and the money you make per stream. Do you think that's fair as far as the music industry goes?
For certain platforms. You know what I mean? Like Spotify, they pay real low. And then but Spotify is an easy way to get heard more because they got all the playlists and shit, you know what I mean? It's easy to get on that subject. It's a good thing. I like streaming. I ain't gonna lie. But I feel like I would have been better off back in 20 years ago, something like that. Yeah. Like really, really, I feel because when I look at a lot of artists today, I feel like they trash because they depend on a computer. Like, think about if you was born, if you was popping like say like a Lil Durk or some shit like that. Imagine them 40 years ago.
Exactly.
Could you have done what you're doing now?
Right.
That's where the good thing about the new age shit is: streaming, internet, shit like that, computers. But I feel like I would have rather been back then in the 60s and shit like that because I'm really talented. I feel like it would have worked better for me. Right. But it's still gonna work good now. But I'm just streaming's good. It's different. Like hard copy CDs and shit. It was easier because niggas don't do that shit no more. Right. So it was easy. I feel like that was really easier to build from the ground up. Yeah. Because it's like here, take this. So if your social media don't look the right way, don't nobody want to even.
Exactly.
Shit,
exactly. You know? How has that been for you? Like, how has the social media way been for you? Like, do you fuck with it? Are you like,
I don't really
this shit is clown shit?
I mean, I'm on that bitch, but I don't really be on it. I post on my story and shit. But I used to be on it a lot, but I grew out that shit. Right. It's a lot of clown shit. Yeah, a lot of clown shit. Right.
How have you ever when you do release a song? Have you ever just go back to look at the reactions, just to read your comments and shit, and just see just hating ass the bullshit?
I don't get hate except on Say Cheese. Well, I don't even get hate on Say Cheese for real. I got hate on Say Cheese one time. It was my first post, but majority of every post I've ever been on, anything, I don't really get a lot of hate. People be like, "What the fuck? This nigga really go hard." Right. The only people that be hating is people I probably robbed or some shit like that. They'll be in the comments and shit like that. But really.
Yeah.
To be honest, bro, I feel like I really don't get hate.
Mm.
They might hate in their heart, but
They ain't
don't
gonna say
hate.
nothing.
They're not gonna
They ain't gonna say nothing.
Because they really don't hate. They just
Right.
wish they had my spot.
Right.
Or wish they was around.
Are there any other producers besides Ice that you want to work with in the future, or that you see yourself working with?
Producers?
Yeah.
These questions always be hard when people ask artists.
Because it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
I really don't even know no producers that. If the beat go hard, I'm on it. Bitch.
Right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I ain't really no producer. Okay, Mike Will.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, Mike Will.
Really, Mike Will before Hit Boy?
Mike Will made a lot of hits to be in my song. I mean, be in my hit today.
What?
Like,
I take Hit Boy
what
before
that
Mike
Rihanna
Will.
song he made?
Yeah.
That shit be in my head every day. On God, all Ray Shrimmer shit. What did he make? Somebody come get us.
Yeah, I think he did that whole album. Yeah, I think he did that whole album.
Shit
Yeah,
stay in my head. So, and then they're all beats that go hard as fuck. So I'm like, yeah, I need that nigga.
I need him.
40.
40. Yeah,
Drake,
yeah.
Producer.
You a big Drake fan. How do you feel about the Drake? Because niggas be hating on Drake. Niggas be hating on Drake.
Niggas gonna hate on everything.
That is crazy to me. Like
niggas. It's everybody.
What's the fuck shit? What's the fuck shit that really gets you in the music industry? Cause there's a lot of it going on. Like what's the bullshit that you like? Damn, like I really wish this shit was not like this.
Guns. Everybody wanted to be TK or Youngboy.
Everybody want to be TK.
Like goddamn.
Everybody want.
Really, that's everybody wanted to be a fucking rapper.
Right.
There's so many different ways to get money.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what I don't like.
Mm-hmm. Right. And right now it's so easy to put out rap. Like it's so easy to put out music. So everybody doing the shit. So what's one thing that you tell new artists that you feel like you can really fuck with? Like what's the advice that you give the new artists coming up? The good new artists, not the ones just getting into it for the bullshit.
Stay away from drugs. Goddamn. Figure out your delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out your sound for real. Once you got that sound unlocked, you good. Right.
It's finding you have to be unique. It's such an over.
Be yourself.
Yeah, you get
like me.
That
like
too,
I was telling you,
too.
like how it's different artists that made me into this sound. Now my sound sounds like nobody. Everybody says that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's different, but it was influenced by all these other people.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Just figure out how to mix it to your own self. Don't copy nobody. Be yourself. And you're gonna be good.
Exactly. What's next? What's after the mixtape coming out, or when is the mixtape coming out?
I'm still debating. I might drop that bitch on Halloween or early November.
What's your like? How's your process with that? Like, do you plan on when you wanna, or you just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna just jump. Hey, today, might as well.
That's how I used to do it. When I first started out, I used to rap. I'll make a song, go to the studio. I'm gonna drop that bitch that same night.
Give it no time to breathe. Yeah.
What's
What's the biggest show you did? Like, what was the most lit show?
Maybe with Megan Thee Stallion. I think that clip. What was it? Door. This was right before she really blew up though. But that bitch was lit. I done did a couple shows lit with Tay Money.
Tay Money going hard. Tay Money going hard. I fucking with Tay Money. What's next, or what's the process like when you're making music? Like, what's the vibe like? What's the position like? How like what's around you? Where you be at?
So when I make certain songs, I like to be in the studio deep. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Niggas like to have it. It's like when you got the bro. It's crazy.
Like right now,
crazy.
bitch, like how we turned up right now.
Yeah. The White Claws, the White Claws.
No, we gonna usually have a bottle of Remy in that bitch. We gonna be turned up. And then now I'm ready to get in that hoe. I caught the vibe. I just go in there, record, just go out.
Right.
And then if I'm not in the mood, I just have a couple bitches pull up. To
get you in the mood.
It's just gonna be me and just like 5 bitches now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of my niggas. And then I just make some love songs in that hoe.
Right.
Shit. But a lot of people don't like nobody to be in the studio when they making like love songs and shit like that, or slow songs. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's in the hell. I know I go. But that's how I work. Like
Right.
If I'm gonna make some turn shit, and I know I want to make some turn shit tonight, we gonna be in that bitch deep.
Exactly.
Niggas and bitches, goddamn.
Exactly.
But if it's just on some slow shit, I'm probably gonna be in that bitch by myself or with some girls.
The strategy, smart, because niggas just go out here and just do shit. They go out here and do shit.
I hate going to the studio by myself because I ain't got nobody to turn me up.
Exactly. So you got the mixtape coming. It's probably coming soon. And then what's after that? Like when you plan on going on your next show? What's going on after that?
We got a lot of shit lined up. I'm really just waiting for this Corona shit to end.
Right, yeah.
Because I want to do
so much shit. Nigga got shit lined, nigga head going crazy.
I'm talking about Rolling Loud, all type of shit.
Yeah. What would be like your goal show, like a Rolling Loud or a Coachella?
I really don't even want to do those type of shows. I want to, but motherfucking, I mean, it's good at the beginning stages.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to really just skip that shit. So where, like, say I could go on tour with a nigga or some shit, like how Post Malone went on tour with Justin Bieber.
Right.
I'm trying to really be on some shit like that.
Right.
Where I just jump
Rockstar shit.
Yeah, exactly.
In and out. Yeah. Well, nigga was talking about going through some walkthroughs tonight.
Yeah.
12 Gage, thank you so much for coming through. Let them know your IG, where to follow you, all that shit.
Y'all can follow me everywhere at Gage the Virgin on all streaming. I mean, not streaming platforms. All goddamn social media.
Social media platforms, all that
shit.
shit.
Me up at 12 Gage, goddamn, on all streaming platforms. We lit.
Boom. There you have it. Thank you so much for coming through, sir.